Hello. Hi. I hope people can hear me because the last time it appeared that I wasn't heard and I only realized that after I finished the broadcast. So I'm going to do my broadcast again. Please bear with me. Hi. Please bear with me and if you can't hear me, please let me know and I'll stop and start again. So, my name is Shola, Dr. Shola Ezekoli. I am a medical doctor, a balanced living strategist, soon to become balanced living coach. I post, blog, teach, write about things related to balanced living, and balanced living has five pillars: your physical health, mental health, emotional intelligence, spiritual soundness, and your relational health. So these are the five pillars of balanced living. Basically, can be summed up in whole health and relationships. Each month, I pick a topic under the broad umbrella of balanced living, and I blog, I write about that, I talk about it for the whole month. In September, the topic is relationships, marital relationships, friendships, and you can head over to sholashade.com, that's SHOLASHADE.com, for more articles and pieces on my blog. But today, I'm going to be talking about how to spot a wife beater before you marry him. So this blog is specifically for the single ladies. Remember this, it is better to be single than to be dead or maimed. So if we can all agree on that, let's go ahead. So domestic violence is a big problem in our world today, and it doesn't matter whether you're from the developed world, the Western world, or third world nations, it's a problem. Wife beating. And a lot of women do not talk about it because it's shrouded in shame. They don't get support. Sometimes their own parents even tell them, oh, go back to your husband's house and, stick it out. Some people, even their religious institutions, do not support them. And they have to live these lives with these men who beat them. But I'm addressing today people who see all the signs screaming at them and they still go and marry these wife-beating men. So if you're out there and you're contemplating getting married and you have a man, you need to watch for these 6 keys. Of course, the list is not exhaustive, but I realized something. This post on my blog is read every single day. And in the US, if you Google how to spot a wife beater, this is the number 1 thing that comes up. So clearly it's an issue. Clearly people are looking for signs. So I decided that in this September, month of relationships, I will be talking about how to spot a wife beater. 6 keys on how to spot a wife beater. So key number 1, he throws frequent tantrums. If you're above the age of 2, you should not be throwing tantrums. This is my belief. And yes, I do have children. A grown man throwing tantrums is a problem. It means that he has very poor self-control. You don't throw tantrums whether you're grown up. And if someone has lived so long and grown up and still throws tantrums, obviously they don't see it's a problem. No one has really corrected them. And these things tend to escalate. Once they get married, tantrums can quickly turn to shoving, pushing, and hitting the spouse, who is usually the one in the line of vision, so to speak. If he gets very angry very often, watch it. There is no need for that. Linked to tantrums is overreaction. Why get into a heated rage if your dinner is burnt? It's okay. We'll eat pizza tonight. If someone overreacts, that means they can't really tell, almost as though they can't tell the difference between what is serious and merits an intense response and what isn't. Again, poor impulse control. You don't have to overreact to everything. One day, the overreaction can become a slap. A man who consistently overreacts has very poor impulse control. One day, the impulses will feel like giving you a beat down and he will just go for it. If he overreacts, is something you need to sit down and talk about. Number 3, his father hit his mother. Now, sometimes we repeat negative patterns not because we don't know any better. Sometimes we don't know any different. If all he saw is his father hit his mom, he might not know anything else to do. That might just be the natural response. So if you're dating someone whose father hit his mother, you all are going to need to sit down and talk about strategies to prevent this kind of problem creeping into your marriage. Don't just gloss over it and say, oh, he loves me. Oh, he's so nice. Oh, when I see him, my heart goes pitter-pat. Psh, please forget that. That's for the birds. You need to sit down and you need to talk. See a counselor, see a therapist, see a coach. Sit down and talk about these things. Okay, his father hit his mother. What were the problems in their marriage? And how do we address these things to prevent them from coming up in our marriage? This is serious. Number 4, previous episodes. His last wife. Oh, she made me do it. Oh, she nags me so much. And so I hit her. That is a sign of an unrepentant wife beater. If she made him do it, it's about blaming external circumstances as a reason for this aberrant behavior. Now, run away from such a person because they're not taking responsibility for their sin, quote unquote, or their own part. Because following every stimulus, there's a space during which we can choose our response. So even if your wife is nagging you, you shouldn't hit her. And then what happens when you are the person who is now making him do it? These people are very hard to change. If you don't see something as a problem, you won't change it. So if he's beaten his former girlfriends and wives, he might beat you too. Watch out. Now, number 5, somebody who hits things and breaks things when they're angry. Again, there is no need for that. You punch a wall, you break a plate, you throw a plate, you throw the light bulb. In a matter of time, the punching bag could be your nose or your head. Please take care if you are with a boyfriend who flies into murderous rages, hitting things, breaking things because he's mad. Now, the last but not the least, number 6, unreasonable suspicion and jealousy. You can't smile at a man, another man. You can't wear something strapless. You can't... Everything is a point of suspicion. Wondering if you are cheating, etc., etc. Now, of course, there's a line. I mean, everyone wants to be protected and cared for. But, there's protection, there's being protective and there's just being plain stalkery. You can smile at a guy. It's entirely appropriate, You have to interact with people every day. And if someone is constantly asking where you are, wanting to know who that man was and what are you doing, and this is how stalkers are made. These are the types that go, if I can't have you, nobody will. Please. Unreasonable jealousy. In fact, I think of all these 5 points, to me, this is the most feared. So, of course, like I said, this is a list that's by no means exhaustive. Sometimes domestic violence starts within marriage. But this scope, this broadcast is specifically for single ladies contemplating marriage. These are signs to watch out for. I'm telling you, no man is worth your life. No man is worth broken bones, the indignity of having to go to the hospital and get stitches. No man is worth that. And a lot of times, domestic violence escalates. What is one slap tomorrow is a broken bone the next day, a broken nose, and then stabbings or shootings. Please, 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 do not. It's not worth it. Don't get together with a wife beater or potential wife beater, an angry man who has not dealt with these issues. So have a great day and be blessed, and I'll see you next Tuesday. Bye-bye.